There were just 170 million people on the planet 2,000 years ago. Since then, the human race has been on an upward track, with 7.7 billion people in 2019 and a projected population of 10 billion by the 22nd century. Now, all these people have to stay somewhere, right? Well, this growth in population has resulted in megacities emerging in different parts of the world. Most of these cities are located in two of the most populated countries in the world. That is India and China. Before we begin, be sure to hit the like button to help us out. Now, here are 10 of the most populated cities in the world. Number 10. Osaka, Japan. Osaka is a Japanese city in the Kansai area, which has been dubbed the country's cultural center. It is the capital of Osaka Prefecture and part of Keihanshin, Japan's second biggest metropolitan region, with a population of over 19 million people. The city of Osaka had a population of over 20 million people in 2016. Residents have been moving out of the city and into the suburbs, which has caused Osaka's population to drop in recent years. Osaka was Japan's largest city in 1930, outnumbering Tokyo by nearly 400,000 people. In 1940, the city's population peaked at around 3.2 million people. Osaka, like other Japanese cities, is seeing a demographic loss. Osaka's fall was the city's first in nearly 7 decades, according to the 2015 census, which tracks the period from 2010 to 2015. The declines have been linked to unusually low fertility rates and deaths, outnumbering births by roughly 200,000 in recent years, in both the city and the country as a whole. Number 9. Mumbai, India. Mumbai is the capital of Maharashtra, an Indian state. Mumbai's population is expected to reach 20.6 million in 2021, according to UN World Urban Agglomeration Population Prospects, estimates for the Mumbai metropolitan region. Its railroads alone transport 6 million passengers each day, putting practically every other congested city to disgrace. Mumbai's population has exploded in the last 20 years, more than doubling since 1991, as people from rural areas flock to the city in search of work. The actual ramifications of this flow are bleak. According to World Population Review, 41% of residents in Mumbai and its environs live in slums. If you're seeking a silver lining, keep in mind that Mumbai is still expanding, just at a slower pace. Mumbai was the 8th city on the list in 2019. Moreover, Mumbai also has a population density of almost 73,000 people per square mile, making it one of the world's most densely inhabited cities. Because land is so scarce in Mumbai, residents are forced to live in poor, overcrowded homes, distant from their workplaces, resulting in long commutes on the city's congested public transportation system. Number 8. Beijing, China. Beijing is China's second largest metropolis, with a population of about 20 million people. Beijing's population has continuously expanded since the 1950s, from little over 1,600,000 to the over 20 million people who now call it home. The city's rapid population expansion shows no signs of slowing down, with experts forecasting that by 2034, the city's urban area would be home to nearly 25 million people. Beijing is a city in northern China with a land size of 16,801 square kilometers. However, Beijing's heavily populated metropolitan area is only 3,937 square kilometers in size, making it difficult to accommodate all of the city's population. Beijing's exorbitantly expensive homes, which are grossly out of proportion to the income of the individuals who live there, make this even more difficult. Beijing is one of China's most densely inhabited cities, with only Shanghai surpassing it. Beijing has a population density of over 6,000 people per square kilometer. In comparison, the People's Republic of China has a population density of only 150 people per square kilometer. However, the Chinese government introduced population curbs in both Beijing and Shanghai in 2017, which have slowed some of the city's explosive expansion. Beijing may be a densely populated metropolis by most international standards, yet due to China's immense size and population, Beijing scarcely registers. In actuality, Beijing's population accounts for only roughly 1.5% of China's overall population of 1.4 billion people. Number 7. Cairo, Egypt. Cairo, Egypt's renowned and ancient metropolis, is located on the banks of the Nile River. King Menes controlled the city when it was founded about 2000 BC. The Babylon Castle, erected by the Romans in the 1st century, is one of Cairo's oldest structures. Cairo has always been a powerful and populated metropolis, and it remains so in the 21st century. The city today has a population of 7.7 million people, and the Greater Cairo area has a population of about 21 million people. Egypt's capital city, which spans 3,085 kilometers, is the country's largest and most populous city. The megacity has a population density of 19,376 persons per square kilometer, making it the world's 37th most densely populated city. Cairo has expanded quickly in recent decades. Since 1950, the population has increased from slightly over 2.4 million to the current population of 20.4 million. This represents a 700% increase. The significant disparity between the birth and death rates in Cairo can be credited for much of the city's expansion. In the city, there are 30 births per 1,000 people on average, but only 7 deaths per 1,000 people. Number 6. Dhaka, Bangladesh. Dhaka is the capital of Bangladesh, which is located in South Asia. Dhaka is one of the world's most densely populated cities, with 47,400 inhabitants per square kilometer, with a population of 21.1 million in the urban region and 10.3 million in the city. This places it as the world's 6th most densely populated city and the 9th largest metropolis. Dhaka is Bangladesh's economic, political, and cultural capital. The city is a significant beta global city with explosive population expansion that's expected to continue. Dhaka has expanded from a little city of 336,000 people in 1950 to the monolithic metropolis it is today, with projections that it would continue to develop and reach 31.2 million citizens by 2035. Dhaka's phenomenal growth has resulted in a metropolis that has outgrown its capacity. The city's sewer system is severely undersized, and flooding frequently occurs when the monsoon season arrives and overwhelms the system. The city's transportation system, waste management system, and drainage system are all on the verge of failing. Climate-induced displacement and migration, as well as the city's rapid, unplanned urbanization, are at the root of the problem. We're now halfway through our video. If you're still with us, comment any human emoji below. Number 5. Mexico City, Mexico. Mexico City is the most populous city in North America and the capital of Mexico. Mexico City's population has increased by leaps and bounds in the last 70 years. Since 1950, the city's population has expanded by a staggering 544%. Greater Mexico City is now the largest metropolitan region in the Western Hemisphere, with a population of 21 million people. The city is divided into 16 municipalities that cover a total area of 1,485 square kilometers. Mountains and volcanoes surround the city, which is built mostly on the site of what was formerly Lake Texcoco. Despite the fact that the lake was drained in the 17th century and no water remains, the soft lakebed continues to cause sinking, runoff, and wastewater management problems throughout the city. Mexico's state is one of the 32 federal bodies that make up the country. It's also the state where Mexico City is found. The state is home to 14% of the country's population, with 75% of residents living in a municipality that's part of Greater Mexico City. 8 of Mexico City's 16 municipalities had populations of more than 6 million people as of 2010. You're not wrong if you think that's a lot of people in a little place. Mexico City has a population density of 6,000 people per square kilometer. The population density in the Greater Mexico City area is significantly higher, at 9,800 persons per square kilometer. Number 4. São Paulo, Brazil. São Paulo is Brazil's largest city, situated on a plateau in the Brazilian highlands. It is one of the world's top 10 largest metropolitan regions and has one of the fastest growing populations in the Southern Hemisphere. The population of São Paulo's urban region is expected to reach 22 million people by 2020. São Paulo's population has exploded in the last 70 years, rising from roughly 2.3 million to its present 22 million. This is an incredible 836% rise. The Greater São Paulo region spans 7,951 square kilometers, including a city area of 1,493 square kilometers. Much of Brazil is sparsely populated, and the Amazon rainforest covers nearly 57% of the country. The population density in the country is 24.66 persons per square kilometer, which is relatively low. Brazil's population of 211 million people lives in urban areas, accounting for 81% of the country's population. São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, and Salvador are home to the majority of these individuals. Number 3. Shanghai, China. Shanghai is the largest metropolis in China and the globe, with 27 million people living in its urban area, and the city's population is predicted to continue to rise. Shanghai is expected to reach a population of nearly 34 million people by 2035. That's a big figure, especially when you consider the average life expectancy in the United States is 82 years. Shanghai is a large city with a total area of 7,037 kilometers. The densely populated metropolis has a population density of 2,059 persons per square kilometer. The metropolitan areas are considerably more crowded, with an amazing 3,854 people squeezed into a kilometer. Shanghai serves as China's financial, commercial, trade, and shipping hub. For decades, the city's population has been continuously increasing. Since 1950, the city's population has risen at a rate of around 1 million people per year, with many of these people drawn to the city because of its thriving economy. With the service sector accounting for 70% of the city's GDP, the city is transitioning to a post-industrial economy. Shanghai's high-tech sectors have also been undergoing significant restructuring and development. Number 2. Delhi, India. The ancient city of Delhi, located in northern India, is a union territory that also includes New Delhi, India's capital. Delhi, which has been inhabited since the 6th century, has served as the capital of various dynasties and kingdoms over the centuries. Delhi's urban area now has a population of 30.3 million people, with 10.9 million living in the city, as of 2019. Delhi is the world's 5th most populated metropolis and India's largest city in terms of area. Delhi is a huge city, with a total area of 1,484 square kilometers. Due to Delhi's massive population, however, there are still 11,900 Delhiites per square kilometer. This is one of the world's most densely populated areas. The population explosion in Delhi has been significant. Delhi had a population of 1.3 million people in 1950. Since then, the city's population has risen to around 29 million people each year. That's a more than 2,000% increase. Delhi continues to be one of the world's fastest-growing cities, with experts predicting that by 2035, the city will have a population of over 43 million people. This quick development has helped Delhi become one of the world's top 10 fastest-growing residential markets. You're nearly at the end of our video. We're on a mission to explore all of Earth's amazing destinations. Make sure you're subscribed. That way you'll always be notified of our latest videos. Number 1. Tokyo. Tokyo, Japan's capital and most populous city, is also the world's largest metropolitan area, with 37.4 million people living in its 3 prefectures. According to recent population estimates, roughly 8.3 million people live within Tokyo's traditional borders. Tokyo's burgeoning population is showing no signs of slowing down. Experts estimate that Tokyo's metro area will have a population of more than 36 million people by 2035. Tokyo is divided into 23 wards that serve as the city's limits. However, such boundaries were legally abolished in the 1940s as a result of prefecture mergers. One thing is certain, regardless of whatever side of the old boundaries they live on, there are a lot of individuals who call Tokyo home. In fact, although accounting for only 0.6% of Japan's total land area, the Greater Tokyo metropolitan area is home to 25% of the country's inhabitants, or 1/4 of the country's total population. To put the size of Japan's metro area into perspective, it's 1.5 times the size of the world's next largest metro area, Seoul, South Korea. Hey, thanks for watching. Want to suggest a video or have something to say? Let us know in the comments section below. Check out our cities playlist for more videos like this one.